They are living their dream life, traveling the world, living life on their terms, and showing others what's possible when business is designed to serve life.
Today is all about life first, and then how do you build a business to fund and fuel your life?
We are here to help you build a better life so that your children can also live in a better world.
Most people live an or life, and I believe that we believe that the dream life is about having an and life.
I can have all of them instead of just picking one at a time.
This is your map, and your map is what Tony taught me way back in the days is your massive action plan. And day one, which is today, is all about live your dream life, right? Living your dream life is about awakening your vision. Living your old life will cost you your dream life. And that is where we call a designed life. A designed life that says, I design my life first, and then I'm gonna build a business to fund and fuel it. That's when we realize, oh my God, time is the most valuable resource, the most valuable thing that we actually own, because we don't get more of it. You bring the fire, we'll bring the framework. Yesterday, we identified the destination of your dream life. Today, we activate your true identity and lean into your dream self, the person who gets to live it. Day two was about love your dream self. You have to love your dream self in order to activate your true identity. Today, we start with the 3 levels of being, because today is about your dream self. And if you lean into your dream self, this is now faith. The formula for happiness is where your external life conditions, your external reality, your results of your life actually match your internal desires. All right, so today we are going to be talking about stay broke, selling one-to-one, how wealthy experts actually scale by selling to many, how we actually scaled into an 8-figure business. One-to-one, we were stuck at 7 figures. Right away, when we switched to one-to-many, we went to 7 figures and then multi-7 figures, and now running an 8-figure business from anywhere in the world. And that's what today is all about. You see, it's not about how many offers you make. It's about how many people are in the room when you actually make it. Let me repeat that. It's not about how many offers you actually make. It's about how many people are actually in the room when you actually make your offer. You see, one-to-one selling from 2005 to the end of 2019 for 14 years, I was stuck under 6 figures. The highest revenue that our company generated was just a little bit shy of $630,000. That was our highest every year. And every year it was like that, couple $100,000, 300,000, 400,000. Because one-on-one selling, there's a ceiling. There's always a ceiling. There's a cap because there's time. You only have a certain amount of time that you have in the day to actually sell. So if you're selling one-to-one, that's why you always hit that ceiling. One-to-many selling for the last 6 years now, ever since the beginning of 2020, right before COVID, we grew our business a year right after that, 2021, to 7 figures. Walked the stage at Funnel Hacking Live with Russell Brunson and ClickFunnels, and picked up our first 2 Combo Club award, which is we generated, $1.2 million that very first transition to selling one-to-many, and that's why we're here to share with you today. And now we've actually scaled to actually 8 figures in the last 6 years because one-to-many, and that's why this actually topic matters. So welcome to Anywhere Entrepreneur Live. We are all about the freedompreneur way, the freedom to live, to work, to earn from anywhere, and selling one-to-many has actually allowed us to do exactly that. It is vital for you to have a income generating, mechanism or activity or method that allows you to actually be a freedompreneur, an anywhere entrepreneur, and to be able to live, work, and earn from anywhere, because it actually has been able to help us. Last live, I was right here in Japan. We this is actually 1 week now. We've actually been in Japan. Last live, I was actually at Taito City, just right outside of Tokyo. And we today I am actually in Asakusa, Japan, and that's why last live we talked about offers, about how to actually live, to be an Anywhere entrepreneur. And this live is actually about, now that you're an Anywhere entrepreneur, how do you actually make offers? And do you make offers continuously stay doing one-to-one selling, or do you want to move to one-to-many selling? That's why we're going to walk you through the 4 steps on what we actually did, and are currently doing to actually be able to, again, run an 8-figure business, but doing it from anywhere in the world. Okay, so comment if you're ready to scale, and if you're ready to really go one-to-many, ready to make offers to many people in the room. Type scale in the comment section, and then like this video, right? Like, subscribe to our channel here. It definitely would help us out a lot. And I promise you, we're not here to waste your time. Everything that we actually share with you is not theory. I will be sharing with you things that we actually do, in hopes that it helps you close the gap between where you are to where you actually want to go. And then, as a matter of fact, you're commenting, comment where you're actually stuck. We are very generally interested in you, where you're actually tuning in from, just like I am here in Japan right now before we go to Singapore on Sunday. So we'll be here for another 4 days. But where you're actually tuning in from, and where you're stuck, right? Where you're stuck. And if you're ready to scale, type scale as well in the comment section. Okay. And then be here with us. We definitely, we want to be sharing with you, and in hopes that everything that we share with you will help you close the gap between where you are to where you actually want to be. And hopefully it helps you get unstuck. Okay. So let's dive right into it. I get right into it. I don't do anything long-winded. The very first thing you got to do, for very first step in making this transition to one-to-many, is the belief that they don't really need you. People do not need you. They need the experience, right? They need your experience. That's it. When I transitioned one-to-many, it was tough for me. It really was, even though we did well the very first year. But I always thought that people needed to be with me, right? I needed to be, I continue doing my strategy calls, my discovery calls. People would book a call with me, and I would go on and hear them out and see what problems they had, and where were they stuck, and what did they need, and what solution, tell them everything about my origin story, and why I created all of these things. Yes, it's important to do all that, but it does not have to be done one-to-one, right? It could be done to a whole room. Okay, so the very first step that you have to overcome is kind of yourself, the belief that you can actually transition one-to-many, that they're not really looking for just access to you. They're really looking for access to the experience, or the payoff in the problem that you can actually solve. That's really what it is, right? So that's the very first thing, just a belief of doing it. And it's tough. I didn't believe myself as well when I transitioned, even though we did it. So the very first thing you got to do is just believe in yourself and just do it, right? Take action and just create an environment where you're actually inviting people into a room with you, and then you're able to make an offer, right, to many people. Okay, so that's the very first thing. Just take action. Okay. The second thing is automated selling. Automated selling will actually help you shift from one-to-one selling to one-to-many. And how we actually do that is a couple ways. One is a VSL, where we drive traffic to a VSL, or VSL does all the, essentially tells them about my origin story, why I created my offer, why we created our brand, why we created our business, who I am, right? What I went through, why am I qualified to be their guide? Why am I qualified to be here to solve problems? What problem did I actually solve? How did I overcome my own, things that kept me stuck, and my own fears and mindset and strategies? All that's, how did I come out the other side, right? So automated selling is one of the best ways to actually shift yourself, transition to one-to-many. So VSL is a great way. So you're driving traffic to VSL. Let the VSL be your best salesperson, right? It's running 24 hours, 7 days a week. It's not, doesn't ask for a day off, doesn't call in sick, doesn't complain. It's just running 24 hours, 7 days a week. That's one way of doing it, just a VSL. Okay. The second way for automated selling is having an auto webinar, for example, where you can use platforms like have your webinar running again 24 hours, 7 days a week inside of your funnel or inside of a software like Stealth Webinar or on EverWebinar or Webinar Jam or Webinar Fuel, whatever that is. And it's running 24 hours, 7 days a week. And it's a full-blown webinar that could be anywhere between 60 to 90 minutes. And it's actually making an offer, right? The third way to automated selling is by providing something of value, a lead magnet, something that they can either opt into or register for that is automated. For example, one of the things that we actually do is we have a course, a mini course that we actually created that people can actually, that we give away for free as this lead magnet. And when people come in and opt in, they log into a members area, they create their own members area, and they, as they're watching the course is actually making them an offer, right? And the offer that we actually make is to purchase a ticket to our live challenge, where now they get to be in the room with me and my wife live to walk through how they can run their business from anywhere, how they can delegate and automate, how they can have be money rich, time rich, purpose rich, how to create their high ticket offers, how to market, how to sell. So that's basically what the automated selling does. It sells the next ascension up your value ladder. Okay, so automated selling. The third thing is one-to-many selling with shadow seats. They call it shadow seat selling. One-to-many with shadow seats selling. So how does that work? Well, you create an environment where it's a masterclass or an immersion or some type of even a challenge or something, and you are actually doing one-on-one training, one-on-one coaching. So there's a person that sits in the hot seat, right? And you're like, well, that's like one-on-one selling. It's not, because you're also then inviting people to shadow that coaching, that training. And they're actually attending the training, they're attending the coaching as well. They're attending the masterclass, they're attending the challenge, but you're actually putting a person on the hot seat, and you're actually you're adding value and you're helping them get unstuck and solve problems and help them actually achieve success at your event, whatever your event is. Then you're making them an offer. But the thing with the shadow seating is you're still doing one-to-many selling, because not only are you making them an offer, you're making the people who are actually on the shadow seats watching that coaching, watching that training, an offer as well, right? So that's a third way of shifting yourself to one-to-many selling. So one-to-many with shadow seating, okay? And then the fourth way is one-to-many selling virtual, right? One-to-many virtual selling. We do webinars, right? We do master classes. We position our webinars as a master class, a 90-minute master class. And at the end of the master class, we actually the actual master class itself is about 60 minutes long, 60 to about 70, 75 minutes long. And we literally tell people that we're going to train them, because we invited them to the master class, and it's training. We're not going to be selling. We're not going to be making an offer, right? But we also say that if anybody who actually wants to hear our offer, they hang back after the master class. And then we send everybody out of the room, and we're actually only making an offer to the people who actually hang back, right? So that's one way of doing it. In our challenge, we make our high ticket offer, right? And then in our master class, we make our low ticket offer to buy a ticket to our challenge. But during our challenge, when they show up to our challenge, it's a 5-day challenge, a virtual challenge. It's also one-to-many virtual selling. What we actually do is on Wednesday, the third day of the challenge, we actually drop a link for them to apply to actually hear the offer. And then on Thursday night, those who apply, and only those who apply, actually get to hang back and actually hear us make an offer one-to-many, right? And then we also do the same thing on Friday. So those who purchase on Thursday, those who hear the offer, they get a chance to hang back on Friday after the challenge as well. And then the new people who apply on Thursdays, they actually get a chance to hear us do what we call a repitch, right? Again, a logical repitch on Friday as well, right? So that's one way of doing one-to-many virtual selling. You can do it on a challenge, you can do it on a webinar, you can do it on a boot camp, we for the longest time, probably a couple of years before we switched to the challenge model, we were doing 3-day boot camps, like full day boot camps, 10-hour days, and we would make an offer on day 2 and then do a repitch on day 3. So that is one way of doing one-to-many virtual selling. Okay, so and then the last one, number 5 in this, you're trying to make a transition to one-to-many selling, is one-to-many in-person selling. One-to-many in-person selling. This is where you invite people to, a 2-hour seminar or an event. It could be a 2-hour. We did for our real estate business coaching. We don't invite people to these 2-hour seminars at the evening, right? 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. at our local Holiday Inn. You can get rooms really inexpensive, fill the room with 50 to 75 people, and then basically fill the room. And then your job is to after you do the training, the hour and a half, 2-hour training, receive about 30 minutes at the very end and make an offer, right? So you can do one-to-many in-person selling as well, or you run an event, a low ticket event for a day or 2 or even 3, right? And then if you're looking to make a high ticket offer, that's one way of doing one-to-many selling, one-to-many in-person selling as well. Okay, so those are the 5 things. The very first thing, let me repeat that again. So your takeaway from this, if you're looking to transition from one-to-many selling, is the very first thing you got to do is again, believe in yourself that you can do it and make a decision. Which method do you want to do? Right? That's it. Whether you want to do automated selling, whether you want to do one-to-many selling, shadow seeding, or virtual selling, or in-person selling. So that's your implementation, right? So believe that you can do it and pick one, right? And then second is, if you're looking to do automated selling, how are you going to do that? Are you going to do a VSL? Right? How long is your VSL? VSL could be a short VSL that sells a little ticket. You can go in depth and do a long VSL, like ours is 45 minutes long, almost an hour long VSL. You can do an auto webinar as well, right? Or you can actually do some type of a mini course that you give away as a lead magnet, right? So that's automated selling. Second, are you going to do one-to-many with shadow seat selling, where you create an environment, an event, challenge, or something where you actually are going to actually coach or train that one person, and then sell shadow seats where people can actually come attend and watch the challenge or and they're watching the training, the coaching, and then you're making an offer to that person. But really, what you're doing is you're making an offer to the whole room, all this shadow seating as well, right? And then one-to-many virtual selling, like us, we sell our high ticket, our 5-day challenge. We used to do 3-day full boot camps to sell our high ticket, and then we shifted a 5-day challenge model. Less time on our part, but still the impact that we actually need, right? That we actually can make in people's lives, and then we make our high ticket offer there as well. And then the last is one-to-many in-person selling. So if you're an in-person, you love people live, then I would highly recommend going in person, either doing a free 2-hour or something, or just go ahead and selling tickets to your event, right? So that's your implementation. That is your takeaway. Okay. So first step is pick one. Second is craft out, maybe do all of it, right? Do an automated selling, do one-to-many with shadow seat selling, one-to-many virtual selling, or one-to-many in-person selling. So that might be what your game plan is. Okay. So that's your biggest takeaway. Okay. And if you want to learn how to sell one-to-many, if you are looking to create a new offer, right, or you have an offer that you're like, man, I really need my offer to work on your offer, or work on your high ticket offer, create your high ticket offer. Want to learn how to market it, want to learn how to sell it, want to learn how to, so that you can package it and put a price on it and sell it one-to-many, then we're going to invite you to our Time Rich Challenge. Our Time Rich Challenge is about 3 things. One is it's about purpose rich. If you have something that you know that you're really good at this, people are coming to you, you're solving problems, you're helping people already with this. This is something you actually love. This is who you actually are, but you haven't been able to really put it into an irresistible offer, both your low ticket as well as your high ticket offer. Then this challenge is for you. If you're looking to get money rich, showing you how to actually package it, put a value to it, market it, sell it, this challenge is for you. and if you want to be time rich, which is if you want to learn how to automate your business, how to delegate, how to build a team, how to scale your business, leveraging people, processes, and programs. And this challenge is actually for you as well. So the link is actually going to be here in this comment section. So if you want to join us, click on the link, and we look forward to seeing you there live. Right. So next live, I'm actually still going to be in Japan, so because the next live is going to be Saturday. I will be in Tokyo, and the next live's title is going to be cheap offers, cheap clients, cheap business, right? How you can actually build wealth with premium value offers. How do you actually sell $30,000, $50,000, $100,000, $250,000 offers, right? Because we've sold all of them. So that's what we're going to walk you through. How to package your premium value. What's in it? How do you deliver it? Well, how do you position it? And ultimately, why do people buy premium value? That's the mindset we need to get you to shift and understand. Why do people buy your premium value offers? Because if you don't have a premium value offer, then yes, you're going to be cheap offers, cheap clients, cheap business, right? How do you actually build wealth with premium value offers? So if those of you who are joining us at our challenge, right, we look forward to seeing you. It's going to be a live challenge. We'll be there and coach you and train you. So click on the link to learn more about that. For those of you who are going to be seeing us at our next live, and learn how to actually build your premium value offer, how you can actually build wealth with your premium value offers, then we'll see you on the next live. Stay blessed, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The new currency is about demonstrating authenticity. And our job, I think, is to really help our clients feed their focus and starve their distraction.